I want to talk about Karens. You remember Karens. This was a term in folk psychology, that means everyday psychology, that got popular a few years ago. I love the concept. I didn't love the name. For one thing, I have good friends named Karen and don't think they deserve the insult. But it's also not very accurate in several important ways. For one thing, men are as likely to be Karens as women are. Tucker Carlson is a quintessential Karen, and he happens to be a guy. No one should treat them with as little respect as they feel like they're getting. A better name for them is Carries, after the Stephen King character, someone who was frustrated having the sense that they've been bullied for so long that they finally blow up and take their revenge by demanding to talk to the manager and blaming anybody but themselves. If anybody should doubt, it's anybody but them. We talk about them sometimes as a manifestation or a product of the internet. That is, that you can do all this trolling and get away with talking on the internet in ways you wouldn't talk face to face. You could also say that it's a product of the United States becoming a consumerist nation. We identify less as producers and more as consumers and demand to talk to the managers as a result. But I think it's a human thing that goes way back. And I want to get you in touch with your inner Carrie, your inner Karen. And so for that, I'm gonna walk you through a misguided meditation. But first, I want to pick up on one of the fundamental drivers of it, what I call feelality. That is, when we feel intense bias running, surging through our bodies, it feels like we're experiencing reality. This is an irony. That is, when we are at our most biased by intense emotions, we have a feeling like we are experiencing revelation. We get the sensation that reality is being revealed to us. That is, we feel our most neutral when we are the most biased by intense emotions. You know, an example of that would be a psychonaut, the guy who takes LSD or ayahuasca or any of these intense emotional drugs and comes away saying that they've seen the truth. Okay, so I think that's just in us human beings and has been from the beginning. So, okay, here's the misguided meditation. Okay. You're going through life, you're minding your own business, and something gets in your way. What the fuck? What is this thing doing in your way? Why would it be there? Why would someone ever wrong you? Here you are trying your best to be a good person. You know, fake it till you make it. You're acting like a good person. You identify with good things in the world. That is, if there's a virtue, you'd like to think you have it. So kindness sounds good, and strength and loyalty and all those things sound good. So kindness is good. You're good, so you're kind. I mean, that's how you would fake it till you make it. And then someone comes along, out of the blue, you didn't ask for it, and it's right there and it's in your face. It's someone who insulted you, or something didn't go right, or your car battery died, or whatever. And you say it kind of, oh, hell no. I shouldn't have to put up with this stuff. I put up with more than my share of it. I shouldn't have to put up with this. I demand to talk to the manager. I demand to curse out someone because it's just unfair. It's unfair to me, and I'm fair-minded. I'm fair-minded because I hate when people are unfair to me, and because fairness sounds good, and I'm good, and therefore I'm fair, right? And so, you know, as long as I'm complaining about unfairness to me, that proves I'm fair-minded, right? And anyway, people shouldn't get in my way. I shouldn't have to deal with this shit. Tolerance sounds good. I want to feel good. Therefore, I claim that I'm the champion of tolerance. And I go around saying you shouldn't judge. People shouldn't judge. And because I'm kind of like the crusader or supreme authority on tolerance, I'll be the judge of who's being judgmental, and it's anyone who's judgmental to me. I could write a novel about my life. It is so visceral, what I've been through. I feel it so deeply. It's like an epic movie where I'm the hero. So what the fuck? You know, and hell no. And I shouldn't have to put up with this stuff. And from now on, I won't. From now on, the world has got to follow my instructions. I'm going to manage the manager because the manager is mismanaging. That's the feeling. That's the feeling. Can you find it in yourself? Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever been so pissed at someone for doing something immoral to you that instantly all recollection of you ever having done anything equivalent vaporizes? You have no recollection of it. You gird your loin for battle with the world because the world shouldn't treat you the way it does. Not that way. It's disrespectful. You're being disrespected. People shouldn't condescend with you. People are condescending when they treat you like a normal human being. Like you could have flaws that a normal human being would have. What do they take you for? That kind of thing. Can you find that in yourself? I can find it in myself. I think it's in all of us. Yeah, it's been amplified by our consumerist society. Yeah, it's been amplified by the internet. But it's been a problem with humans, male and female, all along. It's the combination of this intense sensation when we're feeling, and therefore very biased, as though we've seen reality, and just the discomfort of being thwarted. That's the feeling. If you can find it in yourself, recognize it, and manage it. Whereas many people these days are just going with it full-blown, going ballistic, like going postal. You probably know the feeling. You probably manage it if you're a decent person. And if you're not a decent person, if you become a carry, you are out for vengeance. You are the kind of person who can be sucked right into scornography, the revenge porn that is sold on something like Fox News or any of the purveyors of outrage. Get to know the feeling, admit that you got a taste of it, exercise it safely. That is, watch boxing matches or play video games or identify with heroes in movies or whatever. Do that stuff safely. Exercise your carry appetites, but not in public and not with basic infrastructure as what you're outraged about, because that is not helping at all. The amount of people who've had their breakthrough into total carry attitudes and act like the problem in the world is simple and the problems are simple, and the problem with the world is that that people don't treat you with enough respect. That's a very bad way to behave in a society if you'd like it to survive.